now for another check-in with the twin doctors as we discuss health, fact, and fiction.
And this morning we have a few questions for Dr. Idries and Jamil Abdur-Rahman, also known as Dr. I and Dr. J. Good to have you both. Okay, we have Dr. I in the house.
I'm in the house.
Yes.
Dr. J is from far away. Good to see you too.
Hey, Dr. J.
So let's get straight to it. True or false? Your breathing patterns can affect how you memorize things daily.
True.
I'm going to say true on that one,
If
too.
you're calmer of mind, you can memorize easier.
I can't remember the answer. No, actually, that is true. That is true.
Yay.
So, 55 million people suffer from dementia, and 1 in 2 Americans will either have dementia or care for somebody that has dementia. So memory science is super important, right? And so what they have found is that nasal breathing, kind of breathing through your nose versus your mouth, improves memory. So when you're trying to memorize something, when you're studying, do nasal breathing. And also meditative breathing, that slow, deliberate breathing, again, through your nose, not only increases memory, but increases memory capacity. So take some slow, deep breaths through your nose, and you remember everything.
I'm trying to get better at that.
Oh, I have to ask a question. I was relaxing over here. True or false? Many love the idea of an ice-cold margarita poolside, but the garnishes in a margarita combined with sunlight can cause sunburn. I want to believe it's false, even though it's true probably, but I'm going to go with false.
That's too weird to include, so I'm going to say true.
What is it?
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Yeah,
so,
I'm like, it's random.
I know, right? So you actually get this thing called margarita burn, which a lot of people haven't heard about. So if you like 2nd and 3rd degree burns on your lips and face and fingers, go for the margarita in the
2nd and 3rd degree.
Yeah, and so what basically happens is you have these chemicals called furocumarins that are in anything that has citrus, lemon, lime, oranges. And so when your lips touch them or the skin around your face touches them or you squeeze it and it's on your fingers, it becomes very sensitive to the sun's UVA rays. So you sit there, you're burning. A lot of times you don't even know you're burning. 24, 48, 72 hours later, you start to blister, you get the burns.
No wonder.
Yeah, it's at insult to injury. You're like, oh, now this makes sense. But that insult to injury, the burns after they heal oftentimes leave hyperpigmentation. So you have dark spots where you once burned. So either it's got to be a really good margarita or it's not.
You know what?
That's
I
my
have
favorite drink.
I have friends who have lips that burn, and I'm just thinking, oh, you're just so sensitive. No, you just drink a lot of margaritas. Now I know what you're really doing at the pool.
It's because it's acid, right?
It's an
like
acid,
why
exactly.
when we use Retin-A, you become sensitive to
Same
the sun
thing,
outside.
exactly.
But it's
Okay.
lemon juice.
Yep.
Ooh,
Lemon,
or
lime,
lime.
any citrus.
Man,
Yep.
why'd y'all got to do that to the margarita? Come on.
Drink in the shade, Marky. Drink in the shade.
Okay, true or false? Seniors are too old to quit smoking.
False.
Of course. Yeah, that's false. You're never too old to quit smoking. And the reality is that seniors are more likely to have a lot of the conditions that come along with smoking anyway. So they're at higher risk for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, osteoporosis, the things that you want to avoid. So smoking cessation, no matter the age, important. When you're a senior, even more so. And the reality is that it's actually, I was going to say it's really easy to do. That's probably overstating it, but it's not as hard to do as people think. When you go cold turkey, only 8 and 9% of people are successful, so not the way to go. But if you use nicotine replacement, you use medications that work on the parts of the brain that make you want to smoke, over 50, 60% of people can stop smoking. So never too old, but especially if you're a senior, you want to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
good to know.
This question sounds like a trick question. I'm holding up the false paddle early. Gardening regularly can increase one's risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol. False. It has to be false.
You haven't heard of all these folks dropping dead in their garden?
No. Gardening, I thought, was a very healthy activity.
What I'm doing.
What the?
False. It is false.
better be
You're right. It is
false.
I said false.
So actually, people that garden are much healthier. Cholesterol, blood sugar, blood
See,
pressure
that was-
are better, And if you think about it, let me tell you, I was gardening a few years ago, and that's hard work, right?
It is very hard.
It is hard work.
I would think it raises your heart rate.
It
though.
increases your heart rate, so you get that aerobic activity, which is better for your blood pressure, blood sugar, but also, pun intended, you're going to eat the fruits of your labor.
Hello.
Right? It's all that
I'm like,
fiber,
diabetes from gardening.
It's better for your blood pressure, blood sugar, and people that garden are healthier. Less anxiety, less stress hormones.
Yes,
They're healthy
zen.
folks. It's just a zen place.
I love it.
Veggies.
Good to hear. Okay.
Okay, walking 10,000 steps a day will help you live longer.
True.
Most definitely.
Dr. J.
There's no way this one's false, guys.
This better be right.
This is yeah.
This is you.
Absolutely, yeah. So basically, they've done
good.
research. Yeah, no, they've done research that shows that basically for every extra 1,000 steps you take after 4,000, you basically decrease your risk of heart attack, stroke, and diabetes by about 10 to 15%. So they always set up, 10,000 as being kind of that cutoff, but really anything over 4,000 gives you that benefit. So the extra 6,000 is just fluff to make you feel.
Okay, good.
Okay,
We
well,
like a lot.
I walk an average of probably 14,000 steps a day. Rather than helping to fight off the pounds, I keep saying it, artificial sweeteners can actually cause you to pack on pounds. We only have like 10 seconds. True or false? I'm going to say true.
It's true.
It's true.
Long story short, the artificial sweeteners mess with that pathway in your brain that makes you feel satiety. So you eat more, you drink more. So absolutely, it is true.
It's basically fake sugar response in your body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, did you two coordinate your coats and your glasses to be opposite of one another?
No, they're just twins.
Let's just say yes, we did. Absolutely.
Twin telepathy
Just
thing
that twin
happening.
power activating.
Fashion
Oh my
first.
gosh.
Always.
So good to have you both. Hopefully next time both of you here in studio. Safe travels back home. To have your medical or health questions answered on our show by Dr. I and Dr. J, message them on social media, the Twin Doctors _.
Yes, yes. Thank you guys so much
you.
as always.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.